is up? We are here on another episode of the Inner Circle, and it is Wednesday, Hump Day.
Hey, yes. Wednesday, hump day, inner circle day,
Yes,
every
it is the
day.
middle of the week.
Yes, middle of the week for some of us on vacation. It's to me it's just like another Saturday. But
Aw,
just for this week though. Just for this week. I gotta take advantage of it. But yeah, no. Middle of the week. Um some people out there working probably excited knowing that after today they got 2 days left of work and then it's the weekend. Yeah,
for sure. We're trying to help you guys get through the week.
for real, for real. See, with that middle break in between when we're like, you know what? Let's give them a little excitement before Thursday and then Friday, payday too. There's always exciting payday.
It is Friday.
Yeah, but talk about the weekend. How was this past weekend? Like, have a good time. It was hot.
Yeah, so I went to the beach twice. I went on
Mm,
Saturday and Sunday, and
mm.
I got myself a whole tan. I've been getting tan since like February, since I went to Mexico, but I don't think I can get any darker than what I am. But still, this is the first year that I'm actually letting myself just sit in the sun and just tan, no matter what.
Yikes. Yup.
I
Same. Same. Saturday, I went to Block Island. Oh,
Ooh,
it was nice. It was hot. It was hot. The top of my foot got burnt. And then when I
yeah,
tried putting my shoes on after, my feet were hurting so bad because the socks and the top of the shoe kept rubbing on top of my foot.
yeah.
Oh, that was so bad. But yeah, no, I got dark. You probably can't tell now because it's a little light. it's a little lighter in here than usual. So, and I have this light in front of me. So, yeah, I look a little lighter. But yeah, I do got a nice tan. The following day, I was doing the lifeguard class, like certifying.
Oh,
It was the
yeah, I
last
saw. How
certification
did that
class.
go?
Yeah, it was good. It was good. It was good. When I got in the pool, people were like, the lifeguards were like, "Damn, what happened to you?" I was like, "I got burnt." But
Yeah,
but yeah, no, it was cool. It was cool. We actually certified 8 more new lifeguards that are gonna be lifeguarding in our in our city and stuff. Keeping a safe summer this summer for everybody. Come and cool
cool.
off.
I should have went just to say, hey, can I go? And then just be like, I'm not here to get certified. I just want to swim.
I just give me a swim in the corner by myself, minding my own business.
Like Dory, just swim
Just keep swimming, just keep
in
swimming.
the corner with my eyes like this, just watching everybody just get like stuff. I'm just here like I'm just swimming.
Mm. Oh
Um,
man, no, it was cool. But yeah, no, you should definitely come. Maybe we can get you certified as a lifeguard. You can you know, swim. Maybe save some lives. Be some Baywatch. We be
that's
the
scary,
we be the inner circle at 8 o'clock at night, and during the daytime we be Baywatch.
right?
Baywatching all day, saving
I feel like
lives.
that's scary. Like just knowing that someone's life is in your hands, basically. Like that's super scary.
Um, yeah, it is. It is scary. In a way, yeah. It's well, it's not scary where it's like I don't know. It's just like you feel like you have more responsibility because you
Yeah,
feel like you have to be vigilant, especially in like when it comes to a pool or like when there's kids around and stuff like that. You feel like you have to be more vigilant and more like aware because you do know that you have that responsibility of making sure that everybody is safe and yeah. But no, it's I feel like it's very rewarding. It's rewarding in a way where you know that if something was to happen that you are knowledgeable enough to help this person, or whoever or in whatever situation. So I look at it. I try to look at it in the rewarding aspect of it. But yeah, it is a lot of responsibility, and when you first get into it, it is a little scary.
well, you put it a lot nicer in that way, like from the other point, instead of saying, "Oh, that's scary," but like it 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 hits different when you're saying, like we're there to help someone else. So
Yeah, yeah, exactly, and that's the way you want to look at it. You want to look at it as like, okay, now that I know this, I can actually help somebody if something was to happen, rather than something happening and you're like, shit, like what am I gonna do? Like I don't know what to do. I gotta know how to do CPR. I don't know how to like bring somebody up from the water, or I don't even know how to like care for somebody with a laceration or like a cut in their arm or something. You
Yeah.
just knowing a little bit of basic stuff just makes you feel a little bit more useful, I guess. But shout out to Eli. Eli got me into lifeguarding. Yeah, what up? And what up to everybody watching? So
Yes.
everybody, thank you for tuning in. We actually look forward to coming on here and just chatting with all of you guys. Like this, like we always say, the circle is everybody. Everybody's in the circle. If you here, you're part of this circle, and we're here to have a conversation. We're here to talk. We're here to see, what are all mindsets.
For sure. And the circle does not have no limits. We can make the circle even bigger.
Yup. It could be a little circle. It could be a big circle. It could be, everybody.
Yes.
Um, yeah, but with that being said, talking about everybody, some news happened after our episode. Well, actually, 2 days after our episode. So the Supreme Court overturns Roe versus Wade, ending 50-year of federal abortion rights. So the Supreme Court, in a 5-4 decision on Friday, overturned Roe versus Wade, the landmark ruling that established the constitutional right to abortion in the United States in 1973. So 1973, this was put into law.
Yeah.
So the court's according to CNBC, the court's controversial but expected ruling gives individual states the power to set their own abortion laws without concerns of running afoul of Roe, which has permitted abortions during the first 2 trimesters of pregnancy. So, yeah.
I was actually in a training, and I believe it was on Friday last week. Sorry, I am outside. There's like a plane going by. But
Take me with you. Where you going?
no,
I'm here.
I'm here. Hello, SOS. Um, I was actually in the training on Friday when it happened, and if everybody has an Apple phone. I'm not sure if Androids do it, but the Apple phone will notify you every time there's like a news going on. So we all saw it, and we were just like, we all looked at each other like, wow, like this is crazy. Like how are they gonna just make a decision for people that in fact is not up to them to make that decision? Like we are our own people. Like if we want to get an abortion, then it's okay for us to get an abortion. It's our body, it's our right to do so. Like it's just so crazy. I
Yeah.
don't agree.
Yeah. I know we had before the ruling, when the leak was put out, we actually had an episode, and I think it was just myself and Eli that were on it. And yeah, no, we were talking about it, and just different opinions on it. There was a lot of people in the comments that were for it. There were people on the comments that were against it. And after that ruling on Friday, like there was a lot of chaos happening, like a lot of riots, like a lot of people protesting, like a lot of marches. And yeah, it affects a lot of people. The way I look at it, the way I'm looking at it is people still have a choice. People still have an option. The ruling is leaving it up to the states. So now how the people get to decide how their state is going to be run, or how their state's going to view abortions, is by going to the ballot box. Like you
Yeah.
voice your opinion by picking people in your state that support however you feel.
Yeah.
you know so I definitely see both sides of the argument, and that's what I was kind of basically saying on the other side, because there was people a lot of saying that that is a life that's in there. If there's a heartbeat, if there's You know, there's movements. You can see them when you go to an ultrasound. You can see babies like, kicking and moving around and stuff. So there was
Yeah,
people saying that that's a human being that is being. So I definitely see both sides of the argument, but I definitely don't. I definitely see why people would be upset because of this ruling. Um, I'm looking at it in a positive in the positive way of it, kind of like when I look at things, I always look at things in two different perspectives. Um, and the thing that I'm looking at is in that they're leaving it up to the states. They're giving the power to the states to decide how they want to view abortions in their own state. Instead of forcing everybody to be under that same rule, they're leaving it as in leave it up to the states to decide so the people can decide how their state is going to feel on abortions.
yeah. Wasn't Rhode Island one of the states not too long ago that had put something in place, like back in 2019 or something like that, or 18? I'm not
Um
sure. I thought something went on
let me see. Hold on.
prior to 2019. But I honestly like I understand where they're coming from with the whole like it's a whole life inside of you. Um, and I feel like it's just up. It should be up to that person, to decide whether they want to keep it or not. Because I feel like people get depressed, and if let's say that it's a pregnancy that they don't want, or they got raped, something happened, you know,
Yeah.
they don't like. It'll suck so bad to have that person go through depression because they feel stuck. Like, oh, I have to have this baby. Like, why do I have to have this baby? Like, I got raped or I got this, and a situation that should have never happened. Like, I just feel like feeling stuck would drive someone crazy and commit suicide at that point.
Yeah, like I said, I definitely see that point as well on it. Um it's tough. It's hard, but yeah, it's tough. It's tough because you know I don't know, I definitely like the fact that you're leaving it up to the states. Let the people decide,
Yeah,
you know, how they want their state to be, like. But I definitely see the point where you're saying, and definitely there should definitely be some like exception to the rule, like when it comes to rape, when it comes to like incest, like things like that happened. But I feel like I don't know. It's just this. It's just so. It's just so big of a like, because it's not something that's gonna impact. Like, it's not something that can be a minimal impact. It's something that's
yeah,
gonna like either it's gonna have a big impact no matter which way it goes.
yeah.
And that's why it's tough, and that's why I feel like when the Supreme Court said leave it up to the states, like let's leave it up to the states. Let the people decide,
Yeah.
how they want to feel on abortion and stuff.
The way I view it, I feel like it's a decision that is as hard as getting the whole vaccine with the whole COVID situation and how people didn't want to get the vaccine and people were so willing to get the vaccine. And people were like, it's my body, it's my choice. I should be allowed to choose whether I want to put this inside my body, you know, and also keep my job. So it's like I get the whole vaccine situation where it's like, okay, the state wants everybody to get vaccinated to prevent this infection from spreading. But having a baby and not having a baby,
I know.
we're not spreading no infection. you
I
know?
know it's tough. It's hard because that's another argument too that I've been hearing is like it's my body, my choice. It's the same thing as like with the vaccine. Like like we're trying to force people to get a vaccine, but it should be the same. The same thought process should be had for that as well as like my choice, my body. Like and that that's oh god, that's why it's
It's not.
tough. It sucks.
Yeah.
It sucks, but it's tough. But that's why we always have to have that conversation. I feel like the problem nowadays what we have is that everybody always wants to be extreme. Everybody always wants to be like, you need to believe this and you need to accept this because this is what I believe. And the other side is saying, no, you need to accept this and you need to believe this because this is what I say. Instead of everybody meeting in the middle and saying, okay, I'm okay with you being okay with that, and I'm okay as long as you're okay with me being okay with this. You know what I'm saying? Like we just need to coexist with one another. That's why I feel, in my opinion, I feel like leaving it up to the states was probably maybe not a bad idea. Let the people
Yeah,
decide, like by going to the ballot box, how they feel their state should feel on abortion.
yeah,
If the majority of people feel that, let's say in Rhode Island, that we should allow abortion, then majority of the people that live here that are paying taxes, that are contributing to the community, should decide, you know, how their state
yeah,
should feel on that. So,
yeah.
that's how I feel on that. Like I feel like it's not so bad leaving it up to the states. Like let people decide. Same thing with the vaccine. Let the people decide. Do you want to have a state where you're requiring to get employment, to get a vaccine to have an employment in that state? Let the people decide.
Yeah, yeah, that's true. And it's just like I just like I'm not like I can see why no abortion should happen, and then I can see why abortion should happen. But it's like I understand like there's a whole little a heartbeat inside of the body, and this heartbeat doesn't have feelings or anything like that at all at this point. It's just a heartbeat. And it's just like I've seen a lot of kids be in homes that they get mistreated by their parents. They are, they're not in livable conditions at all whatsoever. And it's just like, wow, like now you're putting a child through this. I don't know. I just feel like it's just gonna cause an uptick in the whole foster care and DCYF coming into homes because it's an unfit parent. And it's like if that person is pregnant and they know that, hey, I'm an unfit parent, like, hey, I do drugs, hey, I do this, and I can't see myself caring for a child, then it should be up to them to say they're gonna abort that child to prevent that child from having a miserable life. I don't know. I think about that too.
So, I mean, I'm not a I can't give birth or anything like that. I don't really look into like. So how does it work, like the trimesters and stuff like that? Because I know there's like different trimesters and like
Yeah.
and how big the baby is. Like, can you explain it to me and anybody else that's watching that's confused in the comments? Because I can't give birth, so I don't know. And plus, you have it being able to experience that, like you would actually know, like
Yeah, so there's three trimesters that you go through. And I know that abortions, I think abortions can't go past like 2 months. I'm not quite sure. 2 months or whatever. And that's when the baby starts forming, like like a little head shape and stuff. It's not kicking or anything. I don't think it's kicking at that point. It was a long time ago. But I don't think it's kicking at that point. And I can see, but like the second trimester, having an abortion in the second trimester, no, that baby is like fully like developed, like everything. So I don't know. After the second trimester, well, after the first trimester, I don't think they should have an abortion for sure. Like at that point, this is a baby. Like
so
it's a baby.
so the second trimester, how many months or weeks is that? Like when you first start your second trimester?
Um, I think you're about 3 months, 3 to 6 months around there. Second trimester, and
And at
then
and
third
at and at
trimester.
and at that point,
Nine.
you can already see the belly. You can already It's already sticking out
Yeah.
and everything, right?
Yep. First trimester, you can't really. When you're like a month pregnant, it's like as big as like a rice, you know. So it's like it's not that big and it's not developed at all. But once you get to your second trimester, that's when the babies develop.
Okay.
Yeah, no, I couldn't see having an abortion at your second trimester. No way.
Yeah, no, it's like, oh,
People,
no.
and people have premature labor, and when they have premature labor, they're normally in their second trimester.
So
And,
Texas. Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
oh, sorry, you can go ahead.
No, I would say so. So when you said when you mentioned like a heartbeat and stuff like that, so Texas has a a heartbeat law, I believe, where as soon as it has like a heartbeat, that's when you can't have an abortion. Would you agree with something like that?
I'm not, to be honest with you, I'm not sure because before someone even finds out they're pregnant, the baby has a heartbeat. Unless they're like literally like So if you're like 2 weeks pregnant, you're not gonna see it. You're not gonna like see a sack, right? You normally see like find the sack in the belly probably like 4, 5 weeks in. But I'm not sure if this is true or not. I read that a heartbeat can actually get a heartbeat 8 days later from when the whole implementation process and
What
stuff
the
happens.
hell?
Yeah, so it's just like that's really fast type
That's
of
like an
deal.
alien. Like I've seen that like in the movie Alien and Predator. Don't they like? Doesn't the alien one like they like grow really fast or something? I don't know. Once they get into the host, they like develop right away. I don't know. Never mind. Keep going. Sorry.
But I don't know. I feel like heartbeat. I don't know. Just
Because
it
if
just
it has a heartbeat, then it has blood pumping into it, and I don't know. So
it it has blood pumping into it, but I feel like it doesn't have a mind. It doesn't have it's not a person. Like it doesn't have feelings, it doesn't have thoughts. It doesn't have anything but a heartbeat
th-
that we can say that we need a heartbeat to live, type of deal.
yeah,
I don't know.
does it have a soul? Do you think it has a soul at that point? Does it have conscious?
I don't know. Like
So
I I agree with no abortion. I also agree with having abortion.
yeah,
If you
that's what I'm saying. Like I always see the middle, but I always try to see like I always try to mesh them together wherever you can, you know. Like, and that's I feel like that's what we all like everybody lacks right now. So the heartbeat bill, a 6 week abortion ban or early abortion ban called a heartbeat or fetal heartbeat bill by proponents is a form of abortion restriction legislation in the United States. These bans make abortion illegal as early as 6 weeks into the pregnancy, which is when the prominent claim that the fetal has a heartbeat. So yeah, so it's after 6 weeks then.
maybe maybe they can do like they allow you to have one abortion in your life. Like, everybody makes mistakes and obviously rule it out. Like, let's say if it's not ruled out as, this person was raped or something happened, video, and it's not anything like that. Like, allow them to have at least one abortion. People make mistakes and stuff like that. But the second one, I don't think they should be allowed. I think they should have the baby, be told to have the baby. Because, the first time, cool, mistake. Second time, all right, you already been through down this road. You should have known better. And I don't know. I guess I feel like that would be something in the middle where it's like you do allow them to have that decision to have an abortion and, tell them that, give them the education on safe sex, all this other stuff. And if they come back trying to have an abortion, then sorry. I don't know. I don't know. This is just me thinking. Like,
Yeah, I don't know, cause it's like I look at it this way. I feel like we're all meant to be here. Everybody has a purpose in life. I feel like we all are here. We all belong. First of all, we all belong and we all have a place in this world. Some of us take a little longer to find our place, but we all have a place in this earth.
yeah,
We all have a we all have a life. I mean, sorry. We all have a right to live our life to our full potential and our full purpose. I feel like had, and I mentioned this before, had Bill Gates' mom thought about having an abortion, we would never have Microsoft, you know, or like what about like if the next person that's gonna cure AIDS or cancer or something, like gets aborted, you know? I don't know. I feel like we all have a purpose, and that's why I was asking you if does a baby have a soul? because I feel like with that soul, it's the soul is who we are as an individual, as a person. Everything that we're wearing right now, to me, it's just like a layer of like clothes for our soul. You know, it's just something that we move in. But I do believe that we all have a purpose and we all have a reason to be here. And I feel like I definitely see that. I look at it from that aspect as well, as in, you know, like what if not the wrong person, the wrong, I don't know, it's hard to explain, but I don't know. I just feel like we all have a purpose here, you know.
I can agree with that and also disagree because I feel like everything happens for a reason. And, there are people that are born and have disabilities and end up dying weeks later from being born, kids that are hit by a car. Like, what was their purpose? Like that's how I see it. It's like, I'm when you said that, I'm thinking about this girl that got hit by a bus years ago. I think she was like 8 years old, and it's like, what was her purpose in life? And it's just things that happen, in life. And I don't know. I just feel like everything happens for a reason. I don't know. But I
Yeah.
think that someone's choice to have an abortion for sure. It's taking away women's right. That's taking away a woman's right.
So Rhode Island codified a woman to have an abortion, so I believe it doesn't affect them. It doesn't affect the state.
Yeah.
So do you agree that it should be left up to the states, or should it be federal law, like whatever it is right now?
I just think that this subject is something that should be left to the individual itself, whether they want to do it or not. And I do know that there are limits. I think there was one person, she had multiple abortions, and it got to a point that the doctor said that, you know, you're putting yourself at risk. Because when you do have an abortion, you do give yourself, like, it's a possibility that you give yourself health problems. But it was like her fifth abortion, and the doctor said you can't have no more abortions. I'm sorry. Like, your body, you're putting your body through so much stress. She ended up having 3 kids now. So
See, so in a situation like that, 5 abortions, God. See, I look at it as
that's
like,
all.
I look at it as like, man, like there could have been 5 athletes, one doctor. I'm not saying that they were all gonna be like anything big, but I'm just saying like, what, where are their chances? You know, like where are their, what happens to their place in society?
Yeah, no, I feel like 5 is a lot,
That's
really a lot. Like,
crazy. That's,
that's why I said, like, I feel like it should be like one abortion. Like, allow the person to have one abortion. After the first abortion, you can't get a second abortion unless it was a situation where you were raped, or a situation that your health is at risk and you're deemed that by a doctor.
yeah,
I don't know.
I could
Like, I
agree.
feel give that choice to the person and educate that person, and tell them, just educate them on how to prevent that from happening. And if it happens again, then at this point, like, you already got educated, you went through an abortion. Unfortunately, we can't give you another abortion.
Can you get your, so I have a question. If you get your tubes tied, can you untie them?
Yes, you can. It is reversible. Yeah.
All right. I'm like, I don't know if that sounds stupid. I don't know if I'm looking dumb right now, but I'm like, I wonder if
Yeah.
maybe really just tie it into a knot and then just like loosen it up again.
Well, they tie it up. You either have two options. You either get it cut, like snipped, tied up, or you actually get it burned. But both ways are reversible.
Ooh.
Something about, like, cutting where that cut was and that scar is now, and placing the tubes back together and allowing a tissue scar to build around that. Don't ask me why I know stuff, but sorry, someone's calling my phone. Um, so it's like a tissue, like once you place the tubes back together, tissue will form around that, and you just have to allow it some time to actually make a pathway. So it
Okay.
is for.
Can vasectomies be reversed?
Yeah, that's what a vasectomy is. Well, oh no, for a guy, yeah, tubes tie, same thing.
Probably the same thing. So yeah,
Yeah.
well, why don't we just tie some people's tubes up and be like, you know what, when you're ready, we take that knot out, and you can have babies.
So talking about all this, CVS also mentioned that they are limiting the amount of purchases of Plan B pills, and I do not agree with that at all whatsoever. A Plan B pill is to be taken within 72 hours of intercourse that you feel like you might get pregnant to prevent pregnancy. It's a
Yeah.
form of birth control. That's how I see it. I don't think that they should be doing that
Yeah,
at all.
no, hell no. No. You can't ban abortion and then like at least give them the option to at least prevent it from even getting to that point. Cuz
Yeah,
now it's too much. You
yeah,
know, now it's too much. Like if you're gonna ban abortion, at least make Plan B available. Make condoms more available, female and male condoms.
for sure.
Teach safe sex,
Yep.
and teach.
If they, I feel like if they, there has to be something that balances it off. If the state
Yeah.
does decide to say, hey, there is no abortions allowed, okay, well, increase condoms, increase the Plan B, and birth control should be free. Any type of method for birth control should be free
Oh
to
yeah.
give them the option to protect themselves, because a lot of people don't go on birth control because they can't afford it. So there needs to be a balance.
Yeah, no, they definitely should be a balance. You shouldn't. That's like forcing people to be like, if you have sex, well, if you have unprotected sex, there's a chance you can get pregnant. But things happen, you know. Sometimes you just
Get up.
you don't got nothing. I don't got nothing. Shit. All right,
Yeah,
we be safe. We try.
yeah, they should at least have a
Yeah,
balance.
nah,
You know,
nah.
I can be okay if they were to say no abortions, and then they say free birth control, free this, like although condoms are free and stuff like that, free Plan B, like everything that prevents a
Yeah.
pregnancy, it should be
Yep.
it should be um it should be free.
Yeah.
I'll agree. I'll be okay with that.
Yeah, see, and this is what I'm talking about. People need to have conversations like this. Republican, Democrat need to have conversations like this and be like, okay, we'll settle for this. Let's do this. Instead, people always want to be so extreme with each other's own opinions. Like, just sit down and have a conversation and just see what you guys can work out on and make that shit work from that point on. Like, everybody wants to focus on the extreme, but talking about extreme, the decision caused riots all over the place. Um, burning buildings. Oh, not burning buildings. Wow, look at me exaggerating. Burning. They were burning pregnancy clinics or something like that. They were throwing like stuff in them. But not only that, but also in our state, a Providence police officer charged with assault at an abortion rights rally. So on Friday, chaos at an abortion rights protest outside the state house resulted in 3 arrests. One of those arrests was a Providence police officer who suspended his Republican campaign for state senate after allegedly punching his Democratic opponent for that same seat.
What worse situation can you ever be in?
Oh God, that's like double negative.
Yes.
Not only are you known to be a police officer? Let's clarify. He was off duty, but you're running for office, and the person you hit is your opponent on the from the other party. It just, it just doesn't look good at all.
Crazy. It's just, I'm just so mind blown with that. It's just like, wow, what are the chances?
I was like, out of the thousands of people that were there, the thousands of people. But I don't know, like it's like why were they so close to each other? Like
Yeah.
why were you guys like near each other? But let's say this thing is still being investigated. Um, the officer, which we will not name, the officer, um, the officer came out with a statement through his lawyers saying that he was there protecting somebody that was being hit. The person got knocked over. He went in to try to protect them and help them up, and that's when chaos started happening. He didn't deny or say that he did hit this individual, his political opponent.
Yeah.
Um, all he said was that there was a lot going on, and he's right now he's still trying to process the whole thing. But happening today the police department, I guess, sent him a letter, I guess, officially saying that they were asking him to resign. Um, because of the situation, stating things, and I'm not. Don't quote me. I'm just basically freestyling what I read. Um,
Yeah.
that they no longer have confidence in him and his something about his like character and how he's conduct himself and his willingness to be able to hold back, when necessary. Something along those lines. You can look it up. It happened in Providence. I'm not gonna give you guys a name, but you guys can look it up if you guys want. It's a Providence police officer. Punches his political opponent at a abortion rally. Um, yeah. So I was shocked as hell when I woke up and I saw that. I was like, "This is not real. What happened?" But yeah, what are your thoughts? That's some crazy, crazy, crazy doo doo over there.
I don't know, but life does not like him or something because it's just so crazy how like it's your opponent. Like out of all those people, like you said, it's your opponent that you're going against, and also a cop. So it's just like, and you're a male hitting a female. So it's just like, oh, and she was black. So it's like, you know how the whole racism thing and
Yeah.
all this other stuff happening. It's just like you have so many like negative things.
Yeah. I mean,
Crazy.
and just to clarify, because you said she was a black woman, he is not white. He is Latino. He does look white because he's on the lighter side. But yeah, yeah. First of all, and I'm not bad mouthing anybody. I'm not saying anything, but as a officer, you should know self control, especially in
Yeah.
situations like that. You know. Second of all, the whole thing of what that protest was about. Like the protest was about them expressing their disagreement with the law that happened.
Mm.
If you were for the ruling, you didn't have to be there. Let them show that the fact that they're upset. Let them show the fact that they had a disagreement. If the ruling went your way, why are you gonna go there? It's just like for anybody, I would never go to any of those things, especially if it's something that I'm not supporting. It's like if I'm going there to agitate people. It's like it looks like I'm going there to like provoke people.
Yeah.
There's thousands of people that are upset. You don't think you're gonna upset one person, especially you being vocal and saying like how you like how you feel, or but to his defense, he was there. The situation happened because according to him, he was trying to protect somebody that was getting jumped, which makes sense as a police officer. That comes natural to you, to jump in and help somebody. But like we said, out of all people, man,
I know.
why you gotta swing? Why you gotta swing? Why you gotta swing? And then hit somebody that's gonna make so much noise afterwards.
Yep.
So
Crazy.
so after it happened, after the situation happened, the Democratic candidate who was running for the same seat who got hit wrote on her Twitter, "I am a reproductive rights organizer and state senate candidate. Last night, after speaking at our Roe rally, my Republican opponent, a police officer, violently attacked me." Then she wrote, "This is what it is to be a black woman running for office. I won't give up."
So I had mentioned the whole like, and she was black because I know that there's a whole situation that happened. I am all lives matter. All lives matter. I don't see color in nobody. You cut yourself, we're all gonna bleed the same color. Um, I've experienced racism myself. Like something I do not condone. I do not like it whatsoever. But it's just like, okay, just because you're black does not mean anything. He is a Spanish person. He is not. It's not like he's white because it's this whole big thing about white against blacks. He's Spanish. He's in your same category.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's not black, but he's in your same category. Your skin color is back in the day before Martin Luther King Jr. had a dream and all this other stuff. You guys would have been in the same school.
Yeah.
Type of deal. So it's just like I don't know. I don't like when people use racism.
Then that's the thing too, is that we can't, like, I don't like that either, because I feel like it does more damage than good. Like, yeah, for you and your platform, it looks good because then everybody rallies behind you and support. But it really does more division than do any good. Like, it's just gonna make people feel like, okay, like, oh, there's still racism. There's still, like, no, it wasn't because of that.
Yep.
Like, he's a Hispanic man himself.
Yep.
Yeah, he's on the lighter skin, and somebody that might look at him might be thinking like could be white, but you definitely know he's mixed with something because he doesn't fully look Caucasian. But
Yeah.
yeah, no, to definitely use, like, and this for any situation. I'm not just talking about this situation just himself. When people start throwing color out there and saying it's because of this, it's because of that, it's like, no, like, it could be something else other than that. Yeah, it
Yeah.
could be, like, maybe he did know it was you. Maybe he didn't know it was you. Maybe he was just swinging because of the whole chaos that was going on, and it just so happens that it was you. It
Yep.
doesn't necessarily mean anything. Go ahead.
And that's what I was thinking. I'm like, when you are in situations like that, you tend to black out. Although, yes, you're a cop and you should have never, done that. You
Yep.
should have hold your ground and stuff.
Yep.
Like you don't tend to that. You're just trying to protect whoever or you're what, like, overall, whatever. But she should have worded that differently and said, this is how it's like to be at a rally, trying to protest against something that was just overturned,
Nope.
and you have other people at this rally as well that are in agreement with that, and you're not.
Yep.
That's what happens
Yep.
when you have someone that disagrees with you. That's what happens. It's not because you're black. It's not because you're white. It's not because you're Latino. Nothing. It has nothing to do with your race.
Exactly. Look at that, Michelle.
Yeah,
Throwing the
no,
javelin out there. Let's go.
I do not like that at all.
Yeah.
I've experienced, so I had in my previous job I had to testify in front of the state representatives, and there was a Democrat, I'm not gonna say her name, and she basically was saying that my company was being racist, and I'm just looking at her and I'm looking at my skin and I'm just like, no, we're not just because the CEO is white does not mean that I'm here to protect the members of this company. The CEO is the CEO of the whole company nationwide, whatever. But I'm the one that protects the members here in Rhode Island, and I'm not gonna allow someone to have racism over drivers that are from Nigeria, African, or anything like that. Like, no, like that does not happen. Not with me. I don't let that slide. So it's just like it made me feel some type of way. It's like, why are you trying to portray this that it is that we're being racist? Like, there is no way that I'm sitting here with the same skin tone as you and I'm being racist against them. No way.
Yeah. Yeah, I definitely don't like that. It's like, and it's because people see it on TV, and then people are like, okay, well, you know what? I'm gonna say that too. Is this because of that? And it's because it's the message that we're spreading out there.
Yeah.
I've definitely experienced on both ends. I've been racially profiled, by a police officer because I'm Latino. I gave him my
Yeah.
driver's license. He looked me up. He didn't see anything on my record. He's like, "There's no way there's nothing on your record." I'm like, "What do you mean? What is that supposed to mean?" Like, my stepmom was there with me, and she's Italian, and well, yeah, she was telling me. She was like, "Wait, what does that mean? What does that mean that he's not that there's not that that's not possible that there's nothing on his record?" And I'm like, wow, that's my first time experiencing something like that, like when a police officer. But no, I've been in situations where I've been thought because people, I do look white sometimes, and I can pass as an Italian person. I can pass, but people have thought I was being racist because they thought I was white until they hear me speak in Spanish, and then they're like, "Oh wait, you speak Spanish?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I'm Spanish. I'm not white." Everybody always thinks I'm white, or maybe because the way I talk sometimes when I'm speaking at work. You know, when I'm on the podcast here, I this is my free time. This is my time off from my nice little talk. But yeah, no. But yeah, no.
Yeah.
They just say the way I talk sometimes I sound like I'm white.
Like people are just so like uneducated. They're like, okay, congratulations. The largest organ on our bodies is different colors. Everything else in our body is completely the same.
Yeah.
Completely. Unless you're a female and a male, the only difference is your private areas. And that we have an extra rib and the males don't. Like, congratulations. Tell me something else. Like we all like sometimes people be like, oh well, um those type of people. It's like, no, sometimes people are raised differently, in the ghetto or in the suburban area. Like, it's just how people are raised. It has nothing to do with their skin color.
Yep. And we do have the same organs. Some of us have them hanging out. Some of us have them been tucked in. Some of our organs are hanging out. Some of our organs are inside. So it's all the skin, the layer of skin that we have on us. Like I said, this is just a coat that we're wearing.
Yes,
What's inside is what really matters. It's what's in our
yes,
soul, what's in our heart, what's in our mind that really matters. This is just skin. I can burn my skin. You can have a nice coat and you can burn your coat and the coat will still work. You'll just have a burn mark. I can burn my skin. My skin will be burnt, but I'll still be me and I'll still be walking around. It's what's inside that matters. This is just a layer of skin that we're just wearing over our souls.
yep, for sure. It's the our largest organ.
You know,
Craziness.
except for me.
Yeah, no,
You know, no
this
matter. I'm kidding. Go ahead.
this
Wait.
topic is like, getting me feeling all types of way. Like that's so I'm like I'm a calm person. Like I had people screaming in my face. I had the news media
Wow.
like face and all that stuff, and I'm calm. I was in front of state representatives and I'm calm.
Mm,
But as soon as you start talking about racism,
yeah.
that's like that gets that gets me. It's
Yeah.
just crazy.
And I feel like that. I feel like that's where a lot like I don't know. I'm not gonna get to it, but yeah, that gets to me too. I don't like that. I don't want people throwing it. I do agree that yeah, there are some people that might feel some type of way like that, but it's not it's not everything. Everything can't be that. You know, what I'm saying that can't be the first thing you go to. Like I had someone on a podcast one time, and they were like, "Oh, I didn't get hired because of the color of my skin." And I said, "Did you get hired because you didn't get hired because of the color of your skin, or what did your resume look like?
Yeah,
Like, what did your resume look good? Like, what type of jobs did you have? Have you had any consistent job where you actually stayed?" And the reason why I said that was because I hired this person, so I know what this person's work ethic was, and I know what that person's resume looked like. So that's why I said that. Like, I hired you, so I know what your resume looked like, and I know what your work ethic is. So it's not about your skin color. Sometimes it is about you. How are you presenting yourself? How are you
yeah,
speaking to somebody? What does your resume look like? How consistent have you been at a place of employment? Because if you're bouncing around from place to place, like maybe they don't want to hire somebody like that. They want
yeah,
somebody that's consistent.
yeah. I've met successful white people. I met successful black people. I met successful Latino people. Like, they were motivated to get to where they wanted to be. They got there, and the people that did experience racism that couldn't get to where they wanted to be, don't give up. Don't give up because we at the end of the day we can only control our reaction. We can't control nobody else. You know, if someone's racist towards you and you just violently lash out on them and scream at them, that's not the way to do it.
Oh yeah.
You think that way, that's cool. I don't think that way. I'm gonna
No.
keep it moving. You know,
e-
like we control our reactions, not other people. So
Exactly.
keep on going because wherever you want to be, as long as you have that motivation and you actually work towards that, you're gonna get to where you want to be
Exactly.
with your color.
I feel that the most um I don't know, the most admirable person is somebody like a minority, a successful minority, because more chances than not, we're street smart because we grew up in like the struggle, and the fact that we made it that far, with like a professional level. That's the best type of individual, the best of both worlds. Somebody who understands the struggle, somebody who understands like being street smart, and somebody who's also professional. That's the best. But
Yeah,
just
you become very humble.
yeah, you become very humble and stuff like that, and I feel like that's the best. So, but to blame everything on your skin color, no. Like sometimes we got to look at ourselves. How are we speaking? What is
Yep.
our, like I said, our resume? Like how are we presenting ourselves? And like energy too. You come. The one thing with me, something I say with my coworkers, my coworkers always tell me, they say, "When Ivan gives you the same energy you give him. You come at me sideways, that's the same energy you get. You come at me nice, you get the happy, and that's how I am. Like nah. If you come at
Yeah,
me sideways, I'm gonna be straight up with you. I'm like, cut that shit out.
and even the way you talk, like everything has its setting. You know, like me, when I'm at the state house, I'm very professional, very professional. But when I'm off, I'm from the streets. Like like
Yeah,
everything has its setting. Is how you portray yourself, and it's not you hiding who you are. You just know that in this setting, be professional. You want to be seen as a professional. You want to be seen with respect and stuff like that. Then show your professionalism, and then afterwards, then you can talk all these street lingo or whatever you want. Because at the end of the day, it's like whatever.
yeah. That's your
Uh,
culture. That's your culture. You're always gonna go back to your culture, but you, like I said, like when to be professional. You know when to be like in your comfort zone. This is where you grew up. This is your culture. You know,
yeah,
this is
I
your
had friends.
lingo.
I had coworkers. So on Friday we had went out to well we were in a training at the state house and then we went out after to a restaurant and then um they were just like wow like everybody else chilled with each other, they all hung out and I was the only one that felt left out. I'm like wow nobody wants to hang out with me, but comes to find out is that the way I carry myself they thought that like I was never that type of person to go chill, smoke a hookah, go out for drinks and stuff like that until we went out. And it's like, wow, like you're actually really, really chill. And it's just like, yeah, I keep my professional suit on when I'm at work, keep it professional. I know things need to get done, contractual obligations need to be met
Yep.
after work. I'm free.
You're like, all right, where we going? I punched out.
I punched out.
uh, oh man. So
Spilled
um,
water all over me.
the what?
I just spilled water all over me. It's hot, whatever.
So yes, I'm on some sad news, something that happened Monday, I believe. I texted to you. At least 42 migrants found dead inside a tractor trailer in Texas. So yeah, huh?
I'm like, I know we spoke about this, but I'm like trying to picture myself in a car, and it's just like, how do you die? And then he was explaining about like
Yeah.
being on top of each other, and I'm like, did they not have food or water in there? Like, how long were they in this car for?
Probably not. So at least 42 migrants were found dead inside a tractor trailer on a roadway in San Antonio, Texas on Monday, according to reports. 16 others found in the truck on Quintana Road were taken to an area hospital in varying conditions, police told. police said.
I spot a little tail back there.
Where? Oh yeah, that's my two. The mom and the daughter fighting with each other, play fighting. Yeah, my buddy, my boy cat. Well, Thunder's here on the ground, but my boy cat, he's very antisocial. That's one I love. That's my buddy.
I
That's my buddy. Every time he sees me, he's like, "Oh, he's gonna grab me." So he like lays there. He's like, "All right, go ahead, grab me."
yeah.
uh,
Oh,
so yeah, so it's crazy. So so it says while it's not immediately clear how the migrants died, temperature in San Antonio's hit 102 degrees on Monday. A vehicle temperature can reach over 115 degrees when the outside temperature is 70 degrees.
wow.
According to data from the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration. So that goes along with kind of what I was telling you, because
Yeah.
for anybody watching in the comments, what's up, everybody watching in the comments? Thank you for tuning in. Sorry, we've been rambling off talking about these crazy topics because it's been crazy week. Robo versus Wade, the police officer, and now this.
Yeah.
42 people dying in a tractor trailer. So yeah, we were before we came on live, we were actually talking like, we're at like, how's that possible? And it's just like it's hot. First of all, it's Texas. It's like desert temperature over there. You're inside of a truck where it's like, and you have like what? There was 42 people that died, 16 people that were alive. So it was 58 people inside that tractor trailer. Um, Oxygen. All those people breathing, like
Yeah.
they're gonna pull out the oxygen. There's gonna be no oxygen going in there, and I know carbon monoxide is bad for you, but that's what people usually breathe out, and it's kind of like that's what you're breathing in. So plus the heat, probably thirsty. People dropping on top of each other, probably falling from tumbling when the truck is moving around. You know how these trucks be, wide ass turns. Everybody's moving around. So yeah, it's just sad, crazy.
I hope I hope that a full investigation happens. They say that it might be the case, that it was heat, but I do hope a full investigation happens because, going back to the whole abortion and stuff like that, and them trying to take away abortion rights because it's a heartbeat. These people, just because they're immigrants, they have a heartbeat. They're real people, they're fully developed, obviously, at this
Mm.
point. Walking, talking, feeling, and everything. And I feel like I hope they get fully investigated.
Oh yeah, I'm sure it will. You know, especially when people die, like that many people died.
Yeah.
Um, but
Do you think the driver is going to be held accountable for all those deaths?
he should be because he's the one that's transporting all the illegal immigrants in the truck. Like, where'd you pick these people up? Like, you brought them here. You're responsible for these people. He should be held responsible.
Yeah. That is true because when you're a driver, you're held responsible for everybody in the vehicle to make sure that they have their seat belts
You know.
on. Crazy.
So this was yesterday from Yahoo. After authorities found an 18-wheeler that carried up to 100 individuals. I don't know where they got 100. I counted 58 when they said 46 and 16, but 100 individuals abandoned in San Antonio, including at least 46 individuals who were deceased. Texas Governor Greg Abbott blamed President Joe Biden and his immigration policies. In a tweet, Abbott said Monday evening's discovery rests squarely on Biden. At least 42 people, he said, this quote, quoting him, at least 42 people found dead inside truck carrying migrants in Texas. These deaths are on Biden. So that's one of those things too, is like all these people are doing extreme things to come into this country. You know, they're like crossing rivers. They're
Yeah.
damn, all those people trying to get in here in that truck. That's like desperate measures. You know, like you go in the truck full of these people, not thinking like what's gonna happen to you.
They want the American dream.
Yeah. Too bad
I
they
mean,
don't know they're gonna tax the shit out of you when you get in the payroll. Shit.
right?
Yeah, the money sounds good, but they tax the shit out of you.
Yeah, they do. Yes, they do.
Oh
But
man.
I'm all for somebody coming into the country doing things the right way. And I know of people that come into the country and didn't do things the right way, but they're literally here working very hard to support their family. And, they should eventually go the right way. But if anybody in Rhode Island is hearing this, I am not sure if there are other agencies like that in other states, but Dorcas International Institute, I do not know their phone number. But if you are someone that is seeking, help with paperwork and stuff and education and all that other stuff, they can assist you. Just give them a call, ask them for whatever it is that you need, and they'll help. Dorcas International Institute.
Hey, Michelle with the 411s. 2 weeks in a row. Last week she gave the number. It was something link the link thing.
Beat Link, yeah.
Yup. And now this one. Look at this. See, who knows? We having great discussion. We have laughs, and we're informative with information. So, yeah, I don't know. Let's go on to this game. I think it's that time of the night. We've been on for a little over an hour. We're gonna let everybody get into their night, but yeah, let's get into this game. See what we're gonna play tonight.
This is the part that gives me anxiety because like, I'm gonna play because I do not like to finish the letter.
Okay.
In my head, like, please, 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 please.
All right, ready? Let's go. Oh God! Oh no, didn't get it. almost, almost finished the lyric. I still got saved. It almost stopped in it, and then it was like, you know what? Psych. One gotta go.
Ooh, good one.
One gotta go.
You know,
What?
the sun has not been going down until like past like 9 o'clock.
Oh, I know. That is crazy. It be
My son arguing with my son. I'm like, your bedtime's 8:30, but it's still light outside.
and you're like, shit, close the blinds. Oh, yeah, it'd be light. I was looking at it last night like that too. I was like, oh, it's getting late to go to the gym, and then I looked. I'm like, it's still light out. It's almost 9 o'clock.
So, guys, it's that time of the hour where Michelle tells you where you guys can find. Although I don't know exactly all of them, but I'm gonna try again. You can find us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, iHeartRadio, Pandora, Spotify, Instagram. Did I say Instagram? I'm not sure. And I think, and underneath your mom's bed.
Hey! And you're dirty too. I'm kidding. All right, let's go.
Maybe you'll find us on Snapchat one day.
Oh yeah.
You can do a show
What?
and tell.
A what?
Oh, got Bandit. Come here. I got something to show y'all. Come here. We got the famous Bandit.
Oh, what's up? What's up, buddy?
He has his own like personality. Sometimes he wants to be pet, sometimes he doesn't want to be pet. But doesn't he look like Bowser?
He does.
Crazy. Same as Bandit. I think he's like 5 years old, I think. I'm not sure.
He's cute. He's big. He got a big head.
Yes, he does. He's bigger than mine. He's bigger than mine.
All right, let's just do it like this. All right, you ready? One, gotta go.
Yes. You playing too, Bandit?
These are movies: Anchorman, Superbad, The Hungover, Collection, or Dumb and Dumber.
Oh, I don't know. I don't. I like all of them.
Oh, let's see. I would say Anchorman, maybe.
Anchorman.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say the collection.
The Hangover.
No, collection. Didn't you say collection?
Yeah, the Hangover collection. The Hangover
Oh,
movies.
oh, oh no, not the collections. No, I thought that was another movie. So I was like, I don't know that one. So I'm just
The
uh,
collections can go.
no, I would want all the Hangover collections
Yeah.
actually.
I'll take that back.
Yeah.
All right, next one. Let's go. Actors: Leonardo DiCaprio, Will Smith, Denzel Washington, or Jamie Foxx.
They're all so cute. Definitely not Denzel Washington. Definitely not Will Smith. Definitely not Jamie Foxx.
Mm.
Leonardo DiCaprio. Definitely not him. I don't know.
Let's see. Jamie Foxx.
Fox?
Yeah, he's the least
All right.
actor.
I'll agree with that one. Compared to everybody else, I'll agree. I'll agree. Jamie Foxx.
Jamie Foxx.
If I have to say one, Jamie Foxx.
All right, let's see. Next one. South Park, The Simpsons, Family Guy, or American Dad.
Damn, they getting you. They getting you with these. Oh, I can't choose. I'm sorry.
You gotta choose.
That's
One of them
that's
gotta go.
not.
American Dad can go.
No, it's good.
I know. One of them gotta go
Damn. Do I get like an E option? None of the above.
though. Sure. Michelle likes them all. She
All of
cannot
them.
decide. They are really good, but if I had to decide, I would say American Dad can go.
That's crazy. No,
Ne-
I would choose.
Next one: chocolate ice cream, vanilla ice cream, strawberry ice cream, or
Pecan.
pecan.
I'm gonna say pecan.
Same. I agree with you
Yeah,
on that one.
pecan.
Pecan. What did I say? Pecan? Yeah, pecan. Pecan.
Um,
All right.
pecan.
Pecan. Pecan. All right. Oh, one of these you can't have at all for your whole life. You got to be without these: deodorant, toothpaste, soap or body wash, or toilet paper.
You said soap or body wash. That's one
Yeah,
option.
so that's one
Okay.
option. Soap, body wash, because some people don't use soap; they use body wash. So
What was the
no
last one?
toilet paper. So
All right. I'm gonna
deodorant, toothpaste, soap, or toilet paper.
deodorant.
Deodorant.
I'll wash myself multiple times a day. Then.
Ah. What if you're at work and it's like 2 hours into your shift and you're like, shit, I still got
Well,
six
you
more
can
hours of
use the
this.
soap. You can use the soap in
Oh,
the
there you
bathroom.
go. There you
Start
go.
like
True.
spit it
True.
off. Just have
True.
multiple bathroom breaks.
True. I would say toilet paper. I'll just take a shower right after. I don't I don't I don't I don't usually take dookies in public bathrooms, so I'll be
Well,
home.
you can use toilet paper as A towel.
True.
Actually, shower.
Look at that. Hmm.
I think deodorant is the only one that just protects you from not sweating, but then there's soap. And if you
Yeah.
soap,
All right, next one. Fruit Loops, Frosted Flakes, Lucky Charms, or Apple Jacks.
I'm gonna say Apple Jacks because with Fruit Loops, I like to color coordinate them, and I can easily make myself some Apple Jack looking like Fruit Loops.
Oh man, true. I would say Apple Jacks. Oh no, I would say Lucky Charms.
Lucky Charms.
I don't like
I like
marshmallows in my. I don't like marshmallows in my cereal.
I eat all the marshmallows and leave the others behind.
Mm-mm. I don't like marshmallows. All right, last one. Let's go. What is this one? Ooh, grilled cheese, peanut butter and jelly, tuna sandwich, or roast beef sandwich.
I'm gonna say grilled cheese.
I'm gonna say roast beef can go.
So the reason why I say grilled cheese is because grilled cheese, whatever. But tuna sandwich, you can definitely add some more ingredients into that, make it some gourmet stuff.
Mm.
Roast beef, you can add some pickled onions and some like horseradish.
Ooh.
And what else? There's some another ingredient. Listen.
Write it down, everybody. Write it down. Write it down. She's giving you the hookup. She's giving you those late night snack sandwich when you go to the kitchen and you're like, what can I make? I got some roast beef. I got this. I can make it.
Horseradish, some pickled onions in there. Oof.
Yes. I'm definitely hungry right now. I need to eat something right now. All right. So, thank you everybody for tuning in tonight. It was definitely some great conversation. Hard topics, tough topics. Yeah. But yeah, no, it was much needed. I feel like there's a lot of dialogue that people are afraid to have, which we need to have, but also in a constructive way where we're listening to each other and trying to find solutions to these issues instead of yelling and shouting and forcing somebody on the other side to agree with our mentality or our ideology. But
yeah. And we were too busy talking about all these topics that we didn't get the chance to shout out anybody in particular or actually read comments this time. But we will definitely next episode we will definitely have a continuation of the topics.
Yes.
And address those comments that you guys have.
Yes. And really quick, we don't have to talk about it. We forgot to mention Hocus Pocus 2. The trailer came out.
Oh yes. I'm excited. I wasn't really like a big Hocus Pocus fan because I don't really remember. Although I'm pretty sure I watched it multiple times, but I'm excited because this one was actually like filmed in our state. So
yeah, it was exciting.
I want to be like, oh, I know that place.
Yep. Yeah, it was definitely good. So yeah, definitely looking for that. Comes out September 31st on Disney Plus. We'll definitely talk about it on here. But other than that, thank you guys for tuning in. It was nice chatting with you guys. As always, me and Michelle love having a conversation with you guys, and we love spending Wednesday nights with you guys. Definitely catch us next week. We have a guest coming on, Mike, and we'll see you then. All right.
Yes, I did.
All right. See ya. Bye. Peace.
That's probably why people enjoy us. So